YouTube, what's going on? Guitar Abuse 88 here, back with another upload. I wanted to do an updated discussion video for you guys. Before we get started, I just wanted to go ahead and thank all my new subscribers. I know I'm not the best with the frequent uploads to this channel, but I do appreciate all of the support given to the channel. It means a lot. Last time we had a discussion, I was kind of ragging on Hasbro. I was, disappointed with how much they were going to put out this year, and I didn't really, at the time, think that the figures in all of the waves were that good. I was planning on passing on most of them. I gotta admit, guys, I'm eating a lot of those words right now. I think Hasbro as a toy company overall has made fantastic strides with their Marvel Legends releases. And just toy hunting personally this year, I've noticed a lot of changes from the company, like the stores, the retailers have been doing a lot better of a job with more frequent stocking of the waves. They're carrying more of the waves, and I'm just thoroughly impressed with what they put out. For the most part, I've gotten all of the Build-A-Figures here that they've made this year. I don't have the Spider Bath done yet. I'm still missing a leg and an arm for that one, unfortunately. But for the most part, they're all here. I got the Lizard, the Sasquatch, the Thanos. I do have the 3-pack Thanos, and it is a much better release. Here's the Apocalypse, the Call Obsidian, or Black Dwarf, however you want to look at it, because he really doesn't look movie accurate. He's more of a comic book appearance, if you ask me. And then we got the Zoran. And I have to say, the Apocalypse, the Zoran, this Omega Red, and this Tiger Stripe Wolverine and Silver Surfer are some of my favorite Hasbro Marvel Legends that they've ever made. I mean, they're just fantastic figures. And I just wanted to go ahead and gauge you guys, the viewers, and just get a discussion going of what do you guys think of Hasbro's products this year overall? Do you like the Marvel Legends products that they put out? Do you think the overall product was good? Were you disappointed in some of the releases? Like you thought you may have been at the beginning of the year, because a lot of the words that I said in the earlier discussion video, I'm kind of eating them right now because I'm pretty much satisfied with all the products. I did obviously complete the waves, and I bought most of the releases from them, and I'm thoroughly impressed. This Zoran's fantastic. The articulation's great for the size and just for the wings. I'm a little disappointed in the tail, no bendy wire, but the same thing goes for like the tendrils for Omega Red, and even Apocalypse probably could have used that treatment, and especially the Lizard. I hate the articulated tail. It's really an eyesore as far as the aesthetics go. But the Black Knight figure's fantastic. I think that's just a great example from Hasbro of what they can really do with reused parts. And the Silver Surfer, we've seen that body a million times, but it's a great body, and the treatment that they gave it and the overall love they put into that character with the accessories and the look, it's just great. Bishop, it looks like he came straight out of the 90s cartoon. The same with this Jim Lee style Tiger Stripe Wolverine. It's just a great addition to your X-Men shelf if you got that going. This is the black-haired Psylocke. I believe this is the rare of the two, because I believe the purple variant, if you want to call it, is going to be the general release that you start seeing at retail. Call Obsidian's pretty good. I'm a little disappointed that it's not that film accurate, because I thought he looked really cool in the movie. Avengers Infinity War is probably my favorite movie of the year, one of my favorite comic book films of all time. I just thought that movie was just so big and large. Fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it, treat yourself. It's a true experience. This Gwenpool's really fun. She's great. The accessories she comes with, the interchangeable hands, the look. We could use an updated female buck, especially for the smaller females, because I feel like that smaller buck's pretty limited in the articulation, especially in the hips and elbow region. I'm not one of those people that necessarily want to see double jointed elbows on a female figure, but if you guys remember the Miss Marvel figure they put out a couple years ago in the Sandman wave, her elbows for a single joint could get up pretty good, way past 90, and I thought that was, pretty good improvement. So if they could keep that going, I would like that. This one doesn't have that same cut there, so it can't go quite as high. The Thanos, I don't really blame that on Hasbro for it not looking as good as it could. I don't mind the skin tone as much, because I feel like in some of the scenes and some of the lighting, his skin did appear that color, but it's very glossy, and that's what threw me off. And I think the facial expression is pretty good. I actually wish they would have updated that expression with the new 3-pack Thanos re-release, because I do like that expression and they didn't give it to us. The Apocalypse is fantastic. I'm not sure which art style they were going after to try to capture this particular Apocalypse, but I do really like the figure. I think his stature is good. His overall girth and size is great. He's no Toy Biz Apocalypse, but the proportions on that, if we can all be a little bit honest as collectors, was kind of wonky. Sasquatch is really cool. I'm really happy they used they reused no Man-Thing parts for this figure, and the monster venom is just completely savage. I mean, the vascularity, the metallic paint that they mixed in with the plastic is just absolutely great. The tongue is just wild and lashing everywhere, and just the overall expression is just fantastic on this figure. And, you know, for the most part, I think the most disappointing Build-A-Figure for me of the year is probably the Lizard, because it had a lot of potential. I just feel the execution wasn't fully there. But as far as Hasbro, you know, as a toy company this year, I was a little overwhelmed at the beginning just because they put out so many waves, so many different figures, and you had to complete so many different BAFs this year, which in previous years, you know, we only had to do like maybe 3 or 4 max. And then this year, you know, it was, what, 7 Build-A-Figures so far. You know, I don't know what else they had planned. So it was a little overwhelming, especially financially for me, because, you know, I collect multiple lines, domestic and import, so just one line dedicated to Marvel Legends was a lot. You know, it was a lot to spend. And some of these newer waves, you know, you really can't find them all that much at retail yet, like Walmart. You know, they're really having restock issues right now, and it's not just in the Midwest where I live. I stay in Illinois, and it's not just in my area. You know, it's nationwide that people are complaining about the issues at Walmart. So hopefully they can fix that. I know Target's trying to step up. They're starting carrying NECA now. GameStop's stepping up. So hopefully, you know, the distribution issues can be straightened out further down the line, because this is a popular toy line, you know, not just for collectors, but, you know, for younger use as well. You know, people still like to pick these up and actually play with the figures. So, but for me, Hasbro, good job. And again, that earlier video, you know, I am eating a lot of those words, but I feel like Hasbro did a great job, and overall I'm very satisfied with the products that they're putting out this year. I love these figures that I have here and a bunch of other ones. My next video is going to be my top 5 favorite female figures so far this year, and it will not just be Marvel Legends. It's going to be overall. It's going to be import, domestic. It's going to be Legends. It's going to be Figma, SH Figure Arts, Max Factory, whatever I can find that I'm going to like and enjoy and I feel like are my favorite top 5 is going to be in that video. So look forward to that one. But please, in the comments, let's get some discussion going. Tell me what your favorite releases were. Tell me if you feel like they've made improvements. Tell me if you liked the product, if you didn't like the product, if it was too much, if you want more, if it wasn't enough, because that's what this video is for. I really want to get some good conversation going. Keep it polite. Let's keep it clean, guys. We're all collectors. We're all in this game together. So let's just have a fun discussion. And until next time, this is Guitar Abuse 88, and I'll catch you next time, YouTube. Later.